Alright, let's get into this. What surprised me in a good way while I was in India? So, this is not going to be a list of all the good things in India, it's only going to be a list of all the unexpected good things in India. First thing, Delhi Metro. Everyone that I've been telling about India since I came back has heard about the Delhi Metro. I love the Delhi Metro. The Delhi Metro is the best thing about India. So, why do I love the Delhi Metro? First of all, I did not expect it to be that good. It's like if any of you has ever seen like the London Underground where it's super old and super shit. I expected it to be like that. I expected it to be old. I don't know why. Because I never knew that it was so recent, but it's like, I don't know, I expected it to be shit. And then, I did not expect it to be so secure. I expected it to be like the hot murder zone in Delhi. But it's like, you enter, you scan your bags, and then they pat you down. And it's like, it is so completely alien to me. Because like in Paris, like you have a huge metro, right? No one cares about security, no one scans you anywhere. And it's like the fact that they will scan everyone, even during rush hour they will scan you, it's fascinating to me. That, you know, they know that it could be dangerous, and they took precautions for that, because in Paris they know it's dangerous, and they give zero shits. And I like it. Also, the wagons in the metro that are reserved for women, and the fact that people respect it, it's like if you implemented that anywhere in France, no one would give a shit. And I don't know, I think it's a good idea. Because, like, I had seen the sign that was, like, women only, but I don't know why, like, it looked weird, so I thought it might be an ad or, like, whatever. And I was with a male friend, so I tried to enter that wagon, and he pulled me back and was like, no, let's take the next one. I didn't get why, but then I took the metro alone, and I got into that wagon for whatever reason. And it was only women, and I realized, that's what women only means. But yeah, I don't know, people respect it. Second on the list is that I did not get murdered, and I did not really feel anywhere like I was going to. Because before I went to India, my friends had told me, oh, don't go to that area, don't go outside at night alone, don't insult people on the street. And mostly I respected those rules. I might have insulted people on the street and I might have gotten murdered, but like, let's forget about that. But you know, even then, when you are from a, let's say, Western country and you go to India, people will tell you like, oh, isn't that like very unsafe for women? Aren't you sure that you're gonna get murdered? And to be honest, even before coming, I didn't think that it was gonna be so unsafe, because it's such a touristic country, and if you couldn't go there without, you know, getting attacked or getting raped or getting this or getting that, it's like no one would come to India anymore. So like, I knew that it was gonna be somewhat safe, but honestly, I did not expect to feel like so safe, because I never really felt in danger anywhere. It's like, I even went outside at night in Amritsar, and, you know, it's like, nothing happened. No one even came close to me, nothing. I went to Meerut, for God's sake, and nothing happened to me. I was outside in Delhi, not alone, but it's like I was outside in Delhi at night, nothing happened to me. And even during the day, when I was out alone in, like, random streets, it's like, no one really annoyed me. I went to Chandni Chowk, and, like, not necessarily the good part of Chandni Chowk, and it's like, no one did anything. Yeah. Good for India, I guess. Next thing that surprised me is also gonna be kind of a stupid one. I was very surprised by how friendly the street dogs were. Because it's like, during the first 2-3 days in India, I saw street dogs everywhere and I was kind of shit scared that they would just come up and bite me. But at the same time, I was thinking, wait, if there's so many of them, and people don't just kick them every time they see them, it's like, at some point they gotta be friendly or people would have killed them by now. And then at some point, I was outside my hotel at night just, like, sitting around, and a random street dog came to me and just asked for pets, and then I just realized that, my god, street dogs are nice! And it felt very nice.
Look this boy! Oh yes! Hi! Hi! We're best friends now, is that how it works? Yeah, boy! I will name you Peanut Butter.
Something else that surprised me is that literally everyone will help you if you ask. It's like, I was in Jaipur, which was the worst city. There's gonna be stories coming about Jaipur. I was in Jaipur, and I was looking for, I think it was the entrance to the Hawa Mahal, which if you have ever been there, you will know that it's kind of hidden, like, behind the thing. You have to access it through a street. And I was walking in front of it, and kind of looking up at it to try and see where the entrance could be. It's like, I thought it was gonna be, you know, back there, but I didn't know how to get there. And it's like, in Jaipur, you're always swarmed with people trying to sell you stuff. And it's impossible to walk in Jaipur. I really didn't like the people in Jaipur, I'm sorry. So, in Jaipur, you're always surrounded by people trying to sell you stuff. And in France, if someone tries to sell you something, and you say no, and then you ask them for help, you'll be told to go fuck yourself. In India, I spent my time, you know, saying no to, like, the street vendors, and then they noticed that I was, you know, looking at the Hawa Mahal, and they were like, oh, do you want to know how you get in there? And it's like, I said yes, fully expecting them to ask me for money to tell me how to get there. But no, they were just like, oh, then you take that street and you're there. And I'm like, thank you. But yeah, like, people might try to sell your stuff or scam you or something, but if you ask them for help, they will actually help you. And I did not expect it to be like that. I expected them, you know, to hold a grudge for me not buying their stuff. Even like the rickshawala that tried to get me on board, if I said no and then asked them how to get to whatever place, they would just tell me. And I would think that they wouldn't tell me because then, like, you know, they're losing a client if I can get there on my own. But they still told me. It's still... Yeah. So the next thing is not exactly something that surprised me about India, but it's still in the list. I was surprised, it's gonna sound so bad, I was surprised by how good my Hindi actually is. Because until then, I had only, like, spoken it with friends, and when I watch movies, I would see, I understand this much of the movie, right? But until I went to India, I didn't know what I could actually do with my Hindi. And I can do a lot, honestly. I went to, like, restaurants and stuff and ordered in Hindi, like, no problem. I went to shops and asked the people for, like, whatever size dress I wanted, no problem. I was alone with my taxi who spoke only Punjabi in Rajasthan and in MP for, like, 2 weeks, and no problem. It's the dumbest shit, but I'm really proud of my Hindi. It's like, I am a year and a half into Hindi, and I can survive alone in India. So, you've seen me. I am fat. I don't eat a lot of vegetables. I was surprised by how good the vegetables are in India. Because here, if you want, like, vegetables like in a restaurant, they're gonna be bland as shit. You ask for anything like vegetarian, like any paneer dish in India, it's like I ate veg half my time in India and I was still happy with whatever I was eating. In France, no chance in hell that would happen. Last thing that surprised me in a good way was, and it's gonna sound bad at first, but it's like how shady the outside of places is and how good the inside is. I'll give you an example. On my second day in Delhi, I asked a friend if he wanted to eat with me. And he was like, what do you want to eat? Do you want to eat momos? And I was like, yes, sure, please feed me momos. And he was like, okay, I know a place, I'll get you an Uber, and it's like, we can meet there. I was like, okay. So I get there, and I get there before him. And the Uber just drops me on the side of the road, and it's like, we're here. So I was informed after it's Majnu Katila. I was in Majnu Katila. so I was in Majnu Katila, and I was on the side of the road, and it was like a garbage pile to my right, and a fucking shack to my left, and deserted, and a lamp behind me. And I was like, oh my god, this is where I die. It's like, even the Uber driver stayed there for like 5 minutes while I was trying to call my friend who didn't answer his fucking phone. So even the Uber driver stayed there 5 minutes, and then he was like, man, can I leave? Do you want me to stay? And I was like, no, it's fine, you can leave, I'll survive. But it's like, I put myself under the lamp and stayed there, and like, then I figured out that in the shack that was to my left, there was a policeman, so I kind of just, stayed in front of him. But I was so scared of that place. And then my friend gets here, and he's like, it's a bit further up, so it's like, okay, I'll follow you. Then we enter, like, the Tibetan area, And it's like, it's, you know, there's a gate, and we go through that gate, and it's like, my god, why did you take me to a fucking slum? It's like, why do you think I want to eat there? Like, will I die here? And he told me, no, there's a really good restaurant, like, just go through here. And we go through a building, up some stairs, and I swear to god I was in Europe. It's like, the inside of the restaurant, it's better than what we have in France. It's like, it was so clean, it was so cozy, it was so good. And I turned to him and I was like, what is happening? Why is the outside like that? Why is the inside like this? This makes no sense. Where am I? But it's like, it was such a welcome surprise that the inside was so different from the outside. What I kind of understood that day is that you guys do not care what the outside looks like, but you want your inside to be good. And it's like, it is so weird that we went through what I would consider basically a slum to enter what was basically Europe. But it's like, the food was delicious. It was like literally the best surprise, because like, if on my second day in Delhi we had eaten in like one of those shady places, like, it would have been so terrifying for me. But yeah. Alright, that's gonna be it for the good things. Please like, comment and subscribe, because you don't want to miss me ranting about the bad things in India. I'll see you soon. Bye.